Hi, chia seed is my very favorite superfood. I just fell in love with it when I learned about it years ago. High protein, great for athletes because of the hydration, takes on 10 times its weight in water when you germinate it, 3 times the antioxidant of blueberries, 5 times the iron as spinach, 5 times the protein of soy. The Mayans call it Chia means strength. So if you're an athlete, you want sustained energy, chia is for you. And I just love it and want to show you lots of ways to use chia. First, we're going to make chia pudding. The chia pudding that I'm doing is using the Thailand coconut water that I drained and the meat. I love the meat. It's so creamy. You could make a pudding just with the meat. So what I do is I put both in the Vitamixer. So it's 2 cups of the Thai coconut water and then whatever meat came from the Thailand coconut. Both of those go in the Vitamix. I add date. So this is dates that are like a paste, but you can just use regular medjool dates. Little vanilla, love the taste of vanilla in a pudding. And pink Himalayan salt. Pretty simple. We're going to blend the mixture and then I'll show you how you add the chia. Got a nice creamy mixture that we'll add the chia seed to now. And what I've learned about chia seed, because it is so gelatinous, because it's the highest plant source of omega-3, is that you need to keep this beautiful mixture of the coconut water and coconut meat and everything. You need to keep it moving so that the chia seed does not glom up, right? So you're kind of sifting it in. And if I poured it all in at once, it would just stick together and wouldn't be as creamy and smooth as I'd like it. Doesn't take very long, but you do need to keep it moving. So we do this when we make our chia fresca drinks. I'd be glad to tell you how we do that. But one of the key things is that we sift this in and keep stirring. Pretty simple. So it just looks like chia in a liquid. And give it, I'll stir it about every 10 minutes, and then in 30 minutes you've got about 90% of it germinated, and then I'll just come back in an hour, 3 hours in the fridge it could be done, or I actually like to do it overnight. So this is what I made last night, and it got to be in the, so I would call this fully germinated, and because of the date and the coconut water, it's a little browner than I'm used to because I often make it out of almond milk. But let's brighten the colors a little bit. So one thing about chia is it takes on whatever flavors you add to it. It has no taste of its own. So let's make it just a little more fun and let's add all these beautiful raspberries. And then of course it's all presentation, because we want it to really taste great. And as a friend of mine said, she could eat the pudding for breakfast, have it for an afternoon snack, have it for dinner. Yes, I eat chia all the time. And then you can actually chill it in whatever container, like this. And let me show you a couple others. So I put raspberries on top, and it's just the chia pudding underneath. I make these great sprouted almond biscotti cookies that it's nice to have a little something crisp when I'm eating a pudding. So that's served with a couple of cookies. And then the one we just made, the ones with the raspberries. And the raspberries kind of got mushed in there, right? So I'm just going to add a couple more. But I think this one's prettier. What do you think? They're going to taste the same ingredients, but that's, I think, a little prettier. So that's how I make chia pudding and some variations. And before I taste it, I want to show you one other way that I use chia, and then I hope you'll like doing it too. So chia seed. Chia, water, chia and water. Because I want to eat chia every day, how can I make it really easy for myself? It takes on 10 times its weight in water. You do want to soak it. It takes about 30 minutes to soak up 90% of its weight in water. And you do want to sprout it because that certainly is more bioavailable nutrition. And since it has no other flavor, you can mix chia in anything, right? You need a little protein in your shake in the morning, use sprouted chia. And to do that easily, what I do is at the beginning of the week, I take 1/4 cup of chia seeds and 1 cup of water. And just like I sifted it in before, I keep it stirring. And I'm actually making this chia, sprouted chia, that I'm going to keep in my fridge. And then every time I want a little chia, all I do is go to this jar, take out a tablespoon, 2 tablespoons, 1/4 cup, and it's all ready for me to use in whatever way. But see how long that took? And now I just will stir it a couple of times over the 30 minutes. And it ends up just being this wonderful goo because of the omega-3 being so high. It's like flax in that way, right? Kind of fun. And where I use this is, like I said, in a smoothie in the morning. Great to have a teaspoon. I use it if I'm going to make a gluten-free pancake. You can replace half the fat in anything using chia seeds. So I put in, instead of fat in my pancakes, I actually use the chia mixture. It gives me little dots in my pancakes, but I think that's kind of fun. I use it in salad dressings. It's really nice as a thickener in that way. I just pretty much put it in everything. I don't like spread it like a nut butter or anything, but I could put it in my nut butter. I could put it in my veggie spreads, nut and seed spreads. I just think chia is so great that if I have this in the fridge, then I'm much more apt to use it and put it in so many things. Chia is the greatest superfood, I think, and let's see how it tastes. So I'm going to have both the almond biscotti cookie, the raspberry, and the chia. I love it. Yes, this is my favorite. The combination, yes. Well done. Thanks.